career progression. With me in the studio, I have Ogechi. Good evening, Mary. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, ma. Good evening, ma.
Mary, can you hear me?
Yes, ma, I can hear you. Good evening, ma.
Hello, Mary. Can you?
Yes, ma, I can hear you, ma. Hello? Hello?
Okay, so before you go ahead, I would want to quickly bio you. I can hear you. Can you hear? Well,
Hello, ma. Hello, ma.
Mary, we are live now. Can you hear?
Yes, ma, I can hear you.
How is it now? Hear me now.
Yes, ma.
Okay, so I'll and read your can hear me, and when I'm done reading your bio, and please come in and make your speak. Mary Overt is a versatile with expertise in print, virtual and public speaking. In role as a procurement officer, she ensures cost-effective sourcing, supplier management, and smooth supply chain operations. Assistant, she provides reliable administration business and entrepreneurs, streamline tasks, and improve productivity. Is currently expanding her influence as a public speaker in training, where she is honing her ability to inspire, educate, connect with audiences. With strong organizational, please welcome with me Mary Overt. Mary, if you can hear me, you can go ahead.
Alright, ma. Hello, can you all see my screen? Hello?
Your screen, but
Hello?
I can see not your screen.
Can you see
The
me?
issue
Can
could
you
be
hear
from
me?
my end. Trying to check my connection.
Should I let me stop sharing so I can share again? Hello, hello, hello. Ma, can you hear me now? Okay. So I'll proceed in sharing my screen now. Good evening, everyone. Today I want to talk on the presentation that says strategies for building a successful career. I saw this quote somewhere. I don't know who owns the quote that says success doesn't come by chance, it comes by choice and strategy. My name is Mary, and I'll be the presenter for this topic today. So let's go into it. The agenda for today is developing relevant skills and continuous learning, building a professional network, and setting goals and staying adaptable. So on our first point that says developing relevant skills and continuous learning, um, it says invest in education, certifications, and training. I'll use myself as an example. Let me just tell you a little story about myself. So I came from a family that you have you have your life, you live your life the way you want it. If you want to be educated, you can do that. Anyhow you want to live your life, you have a choice to do that. And me, I chose education. I chose to invest my time in education, certification, and the training. As this thing says, I graduated 2023. I have a degree in educational management, and next week I'll be collecting my certificates for from virtual assistant as a virtual assistant. And as you can see, I'm in this public speaking training. I choose to develop skills, and I'm still looking at learning more things. The next one says staying updated with industry trends, adopt a growth mindset, learn, unlearn, and relearn. That is what I'm currently doing. I'm trying to learn everything learnable under the sky, and I hope I God continue to give me the strength to do that. And the next strategy is building a professional network. Connect with mentors, peers, and industry leaders. Use LinkedIn events and associations strategically. And I'm currently on LinkedIn. I have many professionals, many people, like many mentors we all see them from LinkedIn. I can see their work on LinkedIn. I'll be like, I need to connect to this person so I can learn one or two from them. And it has been going great. Networking opportunities, guidance, and visibility. Currently doing that. Pray God continue to strengthen. And the third point is setting goals and staying adaptable. Like I used to say, we need to define our short and long term goals, career goals rather. What do you want to invest in 5 years to come? What are your short term goals? What are your long term goals? Stay flexible in the face of change. Change is constant. Anything can change at any time, but we have to stay flexible. Not that because okay you plan to do this and this is not coming well, you should give up. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. Yes, challenges comes in different ways. That should not stop us from giving up or from achieving our goals that we've set. So I want to employ all of us today. We should try and learn a skill. We should develop our goals. Anything at all that will make us, so that when we are in our peers and they talk about something, you should not look like dummy. You should not look as if you graduated, you feel you've achieved something. Fine, it's good that you graduated, but still you need to achieve in yourself. You have to grow more. And that's the end of my presentation. Hello. Hello, can anyone hear me?
Okay, so you can stop sharing your
So
screen now. Thank you very much. I had
sorry,
some challenges hearing some of what you were saying.
I think it's the
As we look
network.
at
I can hardly hear you too.
strategies for building a career, you mentioned some things that we need to develop relevant skills. Relevant skills. Okay, if we're looking at relevant skills, that means there must be there should be a goal, a target, what we are hoping to achieve in our career. So as we that supposes that you a goal case. Mary, did you say something?
I can hardly hear you, ma. I think the network is breaking. Hello?
Okay,
Hello?
so another thing I heard you say is quite bad. It's quite bad. I'm wow. I can't hear you now. I can hear you. I'm sort of doing you've had to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Need to set short-term goals and long-term goals.
Mm.
thing I noticed that it might be easy to set goals. Hear me. I have a question for you. You talked about
I'm sorry, ma. I don't know if you can like type the question. I can't hear you at all.
how is it now? Can you hear me now? You
No,
still
ma.
can't. Wow. And
I can't.
I wonder why. I wonder why
Hello.
this.
Is the network is shaking. I don't know if I can join from my phone. I should probably join from my phone.
Thank you, Mary. Okay, so thank you once again for joining us, and would like to apologize for the glitches we've been having, but we seem to be having a challenge being in our participants tonight, and tonight looking at strategies for building a successful career. The last speaker, in spite of the challenges, is the importance of setting goals, the need in, in creating strategies for building a success career, the need to rather. She also made us realize that in the setting those goals, getting the relevant skills, that it will become obvious to us that okay, there might be things that we've learned before that we might need to unlearn, and there could be things that we need to relearn, possibly a level of knowledge you've had, say for as an accountant, you've known a particular way of accounting, but now technology has come, things have processes have been upgraded, and you need to relearn something so that you remain relevant in your industry. She also made us realize that okay, so you have goals, you have short-term goals, you have long-term goals, and you've developed relevant skills. You will still have challenges. You will still have challenges, and you need to embrace those challenges not as being like an obstacle to bringing you to an end of what you want to achieve, but something to push you further as you are successful. So I would just like to add a few tips as we round the session. It's to be a very short one because we're not participants on. Now, the first thing I would want us to know is that you need to know yourself. You need to know yourself. In building strategy for, in creating strategies for a successful career, who are you? Who are you? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What interests and passions do you have that can guide your career path? It's not in, while it's good to say okay, I have a goal, I want to, say for instance, be a public speaker. Let's say I admire the likes of okay Coach Adeola, I admire the likes of say see I'm not sure if I got the name correctly. I still need to find out what my strengths are so that I can amplify them, what my weaknesses are so that I can find a way around them. Possibly I need to get educated so that I can overcome those weaknesses and be well positioned for my goal. Now, secondly, talked about setting goals. The last speaker maybe said, okay, you need to short-term goals, set, but the goals need to be specific. The goals need to be, I'm going to do, say for example, do better this new week. Sounds like, but it really is not specific. It's not clear. If I say this new week starts tomorrow Monday, I'm going to up at 5 a.m. every day because I understand that the earlier I wake up, the more I'm able to get done productive hours. So in setting goals, not only do we have short-term goals and long long-term goals, like Mary said, we need to make sure that the goals are clear. Now we can go on to say, okay, so I'm going to, for in the short run, this is what I want to achieve, and we create steps to achieving those goals. Now, the speaker also mentioned to acquire and skills. We need to and skills. To say, for example, you've just been thrust into a managerial role, or rather your department, your organization in functions. What are the things that will put you in a position that would give you visibility, that will put you in a position to be able to be the go-to person? The organization needs someone to represent. Is there a particular department you need to belong to? Are there skills that those people have? Are you comfortable presenting? Do you need to get educated, trained to be a public speaker? So those are things that you need to look at. And also, now I find out the last two things I want to mention: a mentor, the need to have a mentor. Decided, okay, this is how far I want to go. I I want to be a chartered accountant. Do you know anyone that is a chartered accountant? Please approach them and ask them, oh, how do I go about? I just got a BSc accounting from university and looking to being an accountant. How do you how do I go about it? How do I go about? Of course, I suppose as a graduate, you should have an idea. Go from just being a graduate accountant before your program to being a chartered accountant. So you want to look that regards that would hold your hand. Okay, say um do you want to operate locally? Consider writing the ICANN exam. Are you thinking of going global? The ACCA is something you should consider. Those are things that mentors have a way of helping with clarity, reducing the errors you make, because they have walked the path you want on before, and they can hold your hands and help you to get to your destination, to your goal at a shorter time than if you were to have a mentor. The last but not the least thing I would want that in creating strategies for a success, understand that while we need to have goals, we need to acquire the relevant skills, get a mentor. We need to know that learning is a lifelong process, and be prepared for them, so that when challenges come, like our last speaker reminded, we are better prepared to handle them. Joan in the studio. Joan,
Well then, good.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Good
Wow,
afternoon.
looks like the issue challenge is with my network. Joan, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. All right. Uh, Good afternoon, everybody. It seems Oma has a bit of network issues, so she's off. Um, okay. All right. Good afternoon. How are we? How have we been enjoying the session so far? We once again apologize for all the network issues that we've been going through. And so I'll be taking over, and the topic still remains strategies for building a a successful career. So, good afternoon once again. So, I have a question for everyone here, and I just want you to do something very simple. You can drop an emoji or you can raise your hand if you can relate to any of these questions that I'm about to ask now. The first question is, so if you've ever heard it before, and maybe when you heard it, you know those type of questions that you can't answer immediately. So if that has ever been you, when you hear any of these questions, just raise up your hand, drop it in the caption, in the comment section, anyone that you wish. So the first question is, who are you? Yes. And if you've ever gone to any of those public speaking classes or any of those inspirational classes, the speaker probably will lean in and look at you and really ask, who are you really? So if you've ever heard that question and when you heard it, you were just feeling somehow, just drop it in the emoji in the caption, drop an emoji, drop I can relate. Another one is, why are you here? You know, that very big purpose question. And then the holy grail question is the where do you see yourself in 5 years question. Well, my name is Ogechi Joan, and fortunately today I will not be here to make you answer any of those uncomfortable questions. But what I have actually come to realize is that a career is a journey. End up in a destination that you are proud of, all of you has to be on that ride. Like every single part of you. And so we are here today to answer not abstract questions or questions that make you feel uncomfortable. We're here to answer three very practical questions. And the first one is, how are you treating people around you? Now, there's a meta-analysis that shows that over 50,000, that analyzed 50,000 employees and showed that 43% of their performance evaluation was not based on how technically sound they were. Funny enough, it was based on their personality. Were they team players? Were they able to interact? Did they help people? Were they respectful? Simple things that we usually overlook were the major criteria for their own performance evaluation. So that's even an analysis. Let's just go back to our place of work. Think about it. Are you that person that people can come to? Or let's even reverse it. Do you know someone that you always go to? Maybe not for everything. Maybe you have this Excel guy, or you have this presentation guy, or this technical guy, or that guy that just knows everything. And then there's still someone in your office that you don't talk to. Like, you probably never go and meet for anything. In fact, you even have people that you avoid. Well, so it just goes to prove the fact that the way you treat people has a very significant impact on your career. And so you need to consistently ask yourself, how am I treating the people around me? Because as I said, career is a journey. And if you want to get to the destination that you are proud of, all of you, including your personality, needs to be there for that journey. And you see, the greatest book that has ever been written has a principle that goes with, he who is faithful in little would also be faithful in much. And that brings us to our second question of the day. And it says, How are you treating the job you have right now? Think about it. You see, you can twist that question in another way and then just ask yourself, would you hire you? If you were the boss, would you hire yourself as an employee? Would you pay for your services if you own your own business? Would you hire you as a freelancer? These are the questions that you need to ask yourself. Your second question. There more that you can do? Or are you just the type of person that is always just looking for the better opportunity? There will be something at the other side. There will be something at the other side. Are you treating your current role with all that is possible for you to give it? That's the question you ask. Why? Because a career is a journey. And if you want to arrive at a destination that you are proud of, all of you needs to be on that journey, including your actions. So how are you treating that job that you are right now? Let me tell you a quick story. So this he was the top of his class, went to actually one of the best schools in the country, engineering degree, finished school, had the high paying job, that job that everybody wants. He was the picture perfect guy, was doing well, earning a lot. And then out of the blue, he just quits. And everybody's wondering why would he do such a thing? Like, what was he thinking? And he doesn't just quit, he decides to go into music. He gets his music studio. But 10 years later, he is one of the biggest in the music industry in his country. And why is that important? Well, because he was able to answer the most important question that I will ask you today. How are you treating yourself? Hmm? Are you growing? Are you learning? Are you resting? Is there a balance? Do you enjoy what you're doing? Are you better than you were yesterday? Sometimes we work hard, we do a lot, but we're miserable inside. And sometimes we're actually just stuck just because we're not growing, we're not investing in ourselves. Either way, it's not going to help you in your career journey. So it's time for you to do a check in. You need to check in. How am I treating myself? So today, what I'm bringing for you is, instead of all the questions that you hear all the time, just answer these very three practical questions. You could answer it yourself, you can get people to answer it for you. Ask yourself, how am I treating people? How am I treating my job? And most especially, how am I treating me? And when the answers to these questions are answers that you're proud of, then you're on the right path. However, if the answers are things that you are not proud of, then you need to fix it. Why? Because a career is a journey. And if you want to get to the destination that you are proud of, all of you, your personality, your actions, and your emotions need to be part of the ride. I'm Ogechi June, and I hope you stay on this ride of a career and you reach the destination that you are proud of. Thank you. So, I'm glad that you have come to the final session of our career talk today, and we hope that you were able to get something from it. If you have any questions, any comments, anything whatsoever, you can just comment section. And but just to summarize all that we've heard today, from my end, I talked about the questions, the evaluative questions that you do need to ask yourself to help you in your career journey. Oma talked about a lot of strategies and tips that can help you, things like getting a mentor and the rest of them. And we just hope that at the end of today, in today's session, despite all the technicalities and all the things that may have popped up today, you were still able to get something. And we're looking forward to a future and looking forward to seeing you in the future thriving at a career that you are proud of. And then you'll be able to say, yes, I did it. I built a successful career. So, one more time, we say thank you. And we hope that we get to see you again at the next talk that we have. Then, right. Thank you for spending time with us today. Bye.
Thank you, John. Thank you very much, John. A pity I lost some of the conversation, but what I heard you say, want to encourage you to take time if you were able to end it, and we'll see the top. God bless you. Thank you.
Bye.